Hey, did you guys know that I play for a Division II paintball team?
Hey, I'm Marcus.
I'm Atrax.
And I'm Nick.
We are working class nerds.
Cue the intro. That's right, we are Working Class Nerds, the podcast that gives you no information about your favorite information.
Today is Thursday, March 16th, 2023, and you can find this 191 podcast on Apple Podcasts, Buzzsprout, Google Podcasts, Stitcher, Spotify, and anywhere you can find a podcast in the galaxy far, far away.
You can also find every single Working Class Nerds episode on YouTube. Just search for the Working Class Nerds podcast or go to youtube.com/MarcusB814. Click on playlist, click on Working Class Nerds, and boom! Every episode past and present right at your fingertips.
You can watch me play video games Tuesdays, Saturdays, and Sundays at twitch.tv/MarcusB814.
And you can watch me play video games every single Monday night at twitch.tv/NickVern51.
We are all on the social media. I am at MarcusB814.
I am Atrax_A.
And I'm at Nick Vern. That's what he gave you in this week's episode. The boys are back in town. The three of us are all finally back to podcasting together. And we're going to PAX East next week. So we have a lot to catch up on. Speaking of which, Atrax, what have you been up to?
Waiting.
Nick,
are you on the right microphone?
I think so. Do I sound terrible?
I'm just double checking.
Fine to me.
Well, he sounded fine at when we did the show with Ven, so
no,
it's okay.
Well, Ven should have been able to hear, but
he wasn't paying attention.
No one needs to hear him anyway.
Right. To hear me? Or, oh,
you,
damn
not
it.
Ven.
Oh, what? Whatever.
Oh man, that's a good one.
Going back to my Division II paintball team.
Yeah. Oh man, it's so good to have everyone back together. Well,
hell yeah.
Speaking of being together, I'm super excited for PAX, which is next week. Literally a week from today, we will have already spent pretty much the whole day hanging out with game developers and interviewing them and playing demos and all sorts of stuff like that. So I'm super excited, but I have been incredibly overwhelmed with making the schedule. I did not realize how many different people would email me. And if you're listening out there and you emailed me and I didn't get back to you, I am sorry. Sometimes I read them and then like 4 more pop up and then I can't find the one that I originally read and I spend so much time looking for it, I just give up.
Dude, that's how I feel too. I always clear all my emails and I try not to read the gaming ones from PAX that say like, hey, like come to our booth. So that I can actually sit down and go through it and like, do I want to, check this out and schedule time or not? So I have like 80 emails. Like
right. Well, and then also what we have scheduled, communicating with both of you to make sure we don't double schedule stuff, which has already happened.
Oh yeah, I think I'm pretty
don't
sure
think
you guys,
so.
I think
no, it has. I got an email back saying, "Hey, you're double booked, so we're gonna cancel yours and go hang out, go to Nick's." And I was like, "All right."
Oh yeah, it's Friday at 2, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
So shout out to everybody who has been patient. Thank you very much, and we certainly look forward to seeing you at PAX because there's a lot of cool stuff that I've already looked through.
You have to make a whole chart. I'll do that this weekend because I don't have paintball.
Oh, you're not playing on your Division II team this weekend. That's unfortunate. Well,
No.
you need a rest after all the Division II paintball that you played.
Exactly.
But can't wait to hear about
it's
that
Thursday
later. Yeah, Thursday.
Yeah.
But in addition to that, at work, obviously everybody, well, hopefully you get breaks at work and you take your breaks if you're legally obligated to. And so then on my breaks, I've been playing old school RuneScape on my phone.
Oh, I
Nice.
heard it's great on your phone.
It is so much fun. I kind of bought, well, not kind of. I bought some membership, like I think sometime last week, and because my stats are already fairly high from when I used to play back in middle school. So
Wait, you remember the same login?
oh yeah, dude, 100%.
Oh, what the hell was my login? My account's probably hacked or something at this point.
I got my wood cutting up from 85 to 87. Took me like, I don't know, 10 hours or something like that.
Nice.
Just chopping trees.
That's the best.
Oh
Wait,
man. So much fun.
What's the meme phrase from RuneScape? Like 94 is halfway or something like that?
Kind of, yeah. I don't know exactly what it is. I think it is 94 though. Because it's I think 20 million experience total. And I'm right now at level 87 at 4 million experience.
That sounds about right. It's because it's like the amount of experience to go from like 94 to 100 is the same as going from 0 or 1 to 94 or something like that.
Yeah, it's an insane amount of experience.
Yeah.
And I think the last level alone is 2.5 million experience or something like that. So it's pretty crazy.
That is crazy. I remember having a very high fishing skill and being able to like, I made a bunch of money because I would fish like sharks and like the rays or whatever, like the really expensive fish.
Yeah.
I could sell it, and like lobster and stuff like that.
Oh man, back in middle school, because I had my school computer. I was homeschooled, so I had my school computer and then my computer. So I ran 2 accounts at the same time.
Oh, and just traded it all to one or something?
Yeah, well, like one would be fishing while the other was wood cutting, and then one would be smithing while the other was mining, or the other way around, or
nice.
All sorts of or I'd have both of them killing monsters so that I wouldn't die.
Oh, nice.
Or my favorite one was you'd bait somebody with a lower level character in PvP, and then you have your other higher level one hiding behind like a group of trees or something, and then you just bring them around like surprise. Gank them.
That's funny.
Yeah. Oh man, those were good times. So I've just been on my lunch break or 10 minutes, during my 10-minute breaks or something like that. I'll sit down and cut some trees or fletch some bows or sell something. And that's been nice. I've been looking for a mobile game to play for a while, so I'm happy that I found this, because a lot of the mobile games are freemium, or just in my experience, they're not that fun. So I'm really happy that I was like, oh yeah, I'll play some old school RuneScape, get back into it. All of that good stuff. Make some money, sell it. I don't know. Whatever you do in RuneScape. I'm really happy that they made old school versus the regular RuneScape, because while I don't dislike the regular RuneScape client, old school definitely has, old school vibes to it. And I don't think it's just a unique experience. It has kind of that retro,
nostalgia
real retro vibe. Yeah, nostalgia. That too. But it's just so calming, even in PvP stuff like that. It's really relaxing and calming to play. But of course, if you're playing relaxing and calming, you got to counter that with something a little bit more stressful.
Oh yeah.
So when I come home from work, I've been playing Escape from Tarkov.
Ooh, I've never played.
And that game is elite gamers only. And I don't even mean like, oh, you have to be really good at aiming. I don't necessarily think it's aim. It's just you need to understand how to play different play styles. Sometimes you need to be aggressive. Sometimes you need to play a lot more calmly. Then when you go into your menus and you've actually looted all your stuff, you need to be able to manage your inventory, know what to sell, what to keep, all of that type of stuff, what to upgrade. So it's definitely just all the different systems. Nothing is beginner friendly. And I don't just mean, beginner as in you've never played video games before. I mean, even if you're an experienced gamer, I'd say it's harder than Dark Souls. I'd argue that it's harder than Dark Souls.
It's a different type of hard.
Yeah. Well, there's literally nothing is explained. All you have, it's just, okay, here you go. You have a bunch of ammo and guns. You can load in as a scav or a PMC. Here's some traders to trade stuff, buy and sell stuff. That's it. That's all you got.
Good luck.
Yeah, good luck. Oh, you have to click through the menus to figure out there are tasks from the traders that you can then get. And you need to load into certain areas and complete the tasks. And then once the tasks are done, you can get better rep with your traders, which means better prices. You can also buy stuff faster. Or
they figured,
I guess, more stuff.
They figured out a way to hook people into a first-person battle royale / multiplayer game. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because like they've hooked. Like I had a guy I know. I used to play paintball with. His name was Andrew, and he streams a little bit like Crumbles or something like that. I don't know. Anyway, he was so hooked on the game because like once you figure it out, then it becomes like a grind to get to this like certain level in the season, because once you hit that season, you get some ridiculous rewards. But in order to get to that rank in that season, it's insane.
And every quote unquote season, at the end of it, they wipe and start back to the beginning.
Yeah, 0.
Yep. Everybody starts on the same, which I think is a good and a bad thing. I mean, I guess it just depends on how you look at it, because for beginners, you can just kind of say, all right, well, I can completely mess up my playthrough, quote unquote playthrough, and as soon as I have a bunch of game knowledge, then the game will wipe and I can start over and I have all of this knowledge and now I can really, make a go of it.
Yeah, I think it's just an evolved battle royale style game. It's like the MMO battle royale, right? Where like there's people that are still playing PUBG and like that game is so outdated now, but people still play it like crazy and that's the only game they play.
It's still one of the most popular games on Steam too.
Well, that's what I'm saying. But like,
yeah,
I feel like you can't even be a new player going into PUBG at this point. Like,
you can be brutal, yeah,
right. But you can be a new player coming into Tarkov because, yeah, you might die a lot, but like everybody's starting at 0.
Yeah, and I will say that my experience has actually been really positive with the community so far. Now, everybody else that I've run into says, oh, well, beginner's luck because a lot of people are rough. And I'm sure that's how it is because, that's how the game is. But basically, for those listeners who don't know what Tarkov is, like Marcus said, Battle Royale style, but you can load into a map, or it's a raid basically is what it's called. You can load into the raid as either your PMC, which is your main character where you pick your loot from your stash. You go into the raid with your predetermined loot. You pick your gun, you pick your rig, you pick
your loadout.
Yeah, your loadout. And then if you die in the raid, all your stuff gets lost, but you can exfil from the raid. And then, obviously, whatever loot you take from the raid, you get to keep in your stash. So you can make money, you can get meds, you can get guns, you can get ammo, you can, anything. You can find it in a raid, or you can kill AI scavs, which are just the AI people that run around. So you can load into a raid with your PMC. That's your loadout. Or you can load into a raid with a scav. And the scav is kind of their way to make it easier for a beginner to get into the game. So the scav has no effect on your stash. You don't lose any of your equipment or anything like that if you die in a raid as a scav, but you get a random loadout when you load into a map as a scav. So it could give you like a shotgun, or it could just give you a pistol, it could give you a sniper rifle, whatever. And then your exfil points are different if you're a scav versus if you're a PMC. And so the PMC gameplay is kind of kill everybody, kill other PMCs, kill scavs, kill just anybody you want. But for scavs, you will actually lose rep with a certain trader if you kill other player scavs or other AI scavs. So you kind of have to, as a scav, you can't just run in, just kill everything and loot everything and run out. You have to kind of pick your battles and choose, or make some voice lines to be heard so that other player scavs know, oh, hey, I'm not going to goon this person because I'll lose the rep for it. So it's very unique. I recommend the game. I think it's really cool. I think it's a great idea, but I don't recommend it if you tilt very easily on video games or if you don't have the patience to learn a game that is very unforgiving because it explains literally nothing. You have to look up everything yourself.
Sounds like Destiny.
It's even worse than Destiny because there's no quest markers or nothing.
Yeah, they just it's an open world battle royale multiplayer game.
I mean, everything, like even the healing system, you can't just buy meds. There's certain types of meds that heal certain things. So some meds will only heal light bleeding. Some will heal heavy and light bleeding. Some will heal if you get a fracture. Others will just heal health. They won't heal anything else. And then your limbs, all of your different limbs have their own health pool. And if your limb loses all of its health, then you can't really get it back unless you use a very expensive certain type of healing. So it is super in-depth and incredibly hardcore, but it's a lot of fun. And I found a couple of people in the community who play, and they've been very helpful in carrying me along. And I think I've made it out of 3 raids solo now by myself, thanks to the community's help. So
wow.
Shout out to those individuals. And now, last bullet point here after my Tarkov experience, the Steam Spring Sale has finally arrived today, the 16th. All sorts of games on sale. $9 for Tom Clancy's Division 2.
God damn it.
All right, but real talk,
man.
that is if you like a duck and cover kind of game, like a third person duck and cover, the Division 2 and Division 1 story is incredible.
Both games are quality games. I like the second one better, but yeah, they're both great games.
They're great games. I wouldn't the end game is fucking insane. I started to play it. I just,
You play those for the journey, not the destination, for sure.
Yeah.
But a couple of highlights for me: Tiny Tina's Wonderlands, half off, $30. That game is awesome. Great addition to the Borderlands series. Big hit in the community, Final Fantasy 14. If you haven't bought Endwalker already, that is 50% off. So go swoop
That's a good
up
deal.
Final Fantasy. Yeah, absolutely. And
Cyberpunk is half off too, which is kind of cool.
And that game is fixed.
That's what I feel like for $30, it's like, all right, I'll check that out.
Nick, you should definitely play that game.
Especially if you really like the Fallout games.
Oh yeah,
and The Witcher,
right?
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
like
Sekiro's half off, $30. Another great recommendation in my top 10 games of all time, for sure. And then the final one that I am going to say or bring up is they have an insane amount of franchise sales in Steam. Elder Scrolls, Monster Hunter, Warhammer, Fallout, Witcher, Tom Clancy, Need for Speed, Final Fantasy, Assassin's Creed, Far Cry, Star Wars, Battlefield, Borderlands, Hitman, Halo, Doom, Resident Evil. So if any of those series sound good to you, go hop on Steam and spend your money.
I will say I'm looking right now at the store, but I'm pretty sure is the newest. Can you play the newest Ubisoft games, or is that only on the Ubisoft launcher?
I'm pretty sure you have to download the launcher.
No. I think no. I'm pretty sure you can't play the new Ubisoft games because they make it so that you have to use their thing. And everybody tells me I'm just a crybaby bitch, but like I don't want to download another launcher to play your game, and I haven't played any Ubisoft games because of that. Because it's not available on Steam. When like I love having one digital store. Like I haven't logged into my EA one in forever. And I haven't logged into most of these things. Like I have an Epic, but I don't ever use it. I think I played Fortnite once. Like Battle.net, I use because that's the only place you can get Call of Duty.
Yep.
And it's fucking dumb.
Except now.
Well, yeah, because they're losing money.
Steam, yeah.
Yeah, because people aren't buying it. And I'm sure Blizzard is losing a shit ton of money now that World of Warcraft is not in China.
Oh, definitely. Well, that's a giant
apparently, according to their claims, what they lost in China is only 2% of their net income.
Yeah, because they're trying to get acquired by Microsoft. Of course they're saying that. I don't believe that, dude. Those motherfuckers whales.
Yeah, I don't believe that either. I feel like that's just a reported income. Like
right.
They're doing some moving around shell game type of stuff.
But there's a reason why they're trying to give everybody a level 60 boost in America to come play Dragonflight. You know what I mean?
Yeah, free weekend.
Yeah, like, come on. Given a free boost, it's $100 gift. Because once you have a level 60 boost, yeah, after the free weekend, you have to sub, but you already have the max level character.
Well, yeah, but you have to buy max level character, but you still have to buy everything.
But the point is, it still, it worked. I didn't do it, but whatever. Anyway,
Marcus, how have you been, man?
It's been I'm trying to think of the right word to describe my week from last podcast. Okay. I think there's like two words, and they completely contradict each other. One is disappointing, and one is amazing.
Okay.
Elaborate. Family life, work life, like just life has been amazing this past week. My gaming life has not.
Okay.
Like I want to say, like this week I had so much fun in the clan night. Like clan night is growing for sure. And that could be because Destiny's new expansion, people are excited. People are trying to grind to that max level. You know what I mean? So like, people are excited about it. But something I found that everybody looks forward to now is in like the last 15 minutes of clan night, we do a private PvP match where like it's Ven and Carmen or Ven and Duft and everybody else against them. And everybody loves it. Like everybody who comes, it's just us talking shit. And usually the team with 6 guys against Ven and whoever, we lose. And it's actually kind of funny. But at the same time, I feel like it's also easier. Like you have to be a better player. I'm trying to think of the right way to say it because I'm not discrediting the Ven team. The 2 people that are going against us. But when you have 6 people running at you, you kill everybody once, that's 6 deaths. We kill you twice, that's 2 deaths. You know what I mean? So like, it can stack against you. No, for sure. Because if they kill 2 people and they die once and we're waiting for them to spawn, the other person could have killed 2 and they've already got a 4 stack on their list.
Yeah, but like if 6 people attack 2 people all at once and you get coordinated, they should lose every time.
Yeah, but we don't coordinate. We just run and gun.
Yeah, that's what happens. So they're not fighting 6 people. They're fighting
Right.
1 and then 1 and then
Yes,
1 and then 1
absolutely.
and then
Yep.
1. So they're
Yep.
winning the one-on-ones consistently.
Yes. Yeah, of course.
It makes
So-
sense that they win.
I'm having so much fun with clan night. Like, I just feel like I'm really like enjoying it. And it's like finding that final, like, what was clan night missing? Okay, so we all do our pinnacles and it's the same shit every week. But now we all look forward to the end of the night where we all group up and do a private match and have a shit ton of fun to do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, it doesn't help your gear score or anything like that or your power level, but it's just good community fun.
Yeah.
Mhm.
The other thing is, since I stopped playing SWTOR full time, I've missed having a raid team, like a real raid team that runs every week. And so this Sunday, I've created a raid team. And we have 6 people, including myself, so 5 others. And we're going to run every Sunday night. A couple people have raided in the game. Some haven't. And we're going to run it like we used to run the raids in SWTOR, where like, hey, we may not clear this raid this week, but that's okay because we're going to learn it. And here's the next thing. I am going to be teaching them. So it's going to force me to be better to teach these raids, and it's going to force me to learn how to do them, which is going to help me long term.
What division are you guys playing?
2.
Oh, we're going to be semi-pro.
Okay, like the hard mode or whatever.
No, we're going to be like Division 4.
Wah, wah.
No, it's perfect.
That's the
Like,
wrong
we got to
answer,
work our way to
Marcus.
Division 2. You can't just pick up a paintball gun and be Division 2.
No, you gotta suck less.
Yeah, you have to eat as many chips and
Salsas.
dip salsa you can. And when you tie your pod pack on, your belly flap sticks on top of it. But it looks good in a jersey.
Oh
You
yeah.
gotta get soaked in paint.
You-
All over your face. So
see, it's moments like that where I wish we were recording the video.
that's why I do it, because you guys aren't in there. So anyway, I've been working a lot, like the whole like 3 jobs thing. It's a lot, but
Yeah.
I'm getting through it. And believe it or not, like when I get to game, every week I game, except this past week, has been like a joy and a stress reliever.
Okay.
So now to this past week. So as everybody knows, day 1 rating was happening. And we had a group of people, for the most part, to go. We had some shit happen, which was fine. And so day 1 on Friday was out. And what Bungie did this time was they extended it to 48 hours instead of 24. So we were supposed to go in on Saturday morning. Some shit happened. Whatever. We didn't. And that part is on me. So Saturday night, I was building a squad to go. Then I was talking with somebody and they're like, hey, you should come with us. I'm like, all right, I'll come. So we were scheduled to go at like 8:45 p.m., which there's always an asterisk next to that, because like if you're in a run, you're not going to finish. So what happened so we were ready to go, and then they were finishing a run, and it was about 9:15. And I was streaming, and I was just doing like regular gaming shit, just in Destiny playing. And we were supposed to go at 9:15. And then I got message that, hey, we're going in with this one person who raided with us on Friday who had to leave. Fine, I get it. We're at the last boss. Well, it took them like 2.5 hours to clear this boss.
Oof.
And I legit,
Rough.
yes, I was legit exhausted, kind of cranky. Well, I was definitely cranky. And so I went to bed. Like, I shut down stream. I left my computer on, but I was like, I'm going to lay down. I'm pooped. And then, so about 11-ish or so, it was after 11, I got a message that said, "Hey, you ready?" And I said, "Sure." So I got out of bed and we went into the raid. And everything was fine. We were learning and everything was going fine. But then at daylight savings time, it went from 2 a.m. to 3 a.m.
Yep.
And
Yeah.
And I didn't say nothing, but then the raid was over. And I was super disappointed because I feel like we had a groove. And I wasn't expecting to just walk away. And I feel like, I don't want to say the word shafted, because that's not the word, you know what I mean? Because I'm not a crybaby. I was disappointed as fuck. And
yeah,
like, I was super disappointed because, like, I worked so hard and, like, some shit happened, sure. And, like, I could have done it. It's my fault. It's my fault that I dictated my destiny by not controlling my own.
Yeah, I get
you. We talk about those life lessons and just in life in general. And sometimes you just need to do you.
Yep.
And for me, and I know it doesn't, and I'm kind of airing out my dirty laundry, but, like, I'm not even mad. I'm disappointed in myself because usually, and you guys both know, I'm really a doer, right? Like, I don't ask for help. I don't do that. You know what I mean? Like, I do it. Like, sure, hey, you want to do this? Cool, great. If not, I'll do it myself. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And I'm not saying, like, I'm the best at anything, because that's not my point. I'm just saying, like, I was so disappointed that I feel like I try to do so much for everybody, and I was just let down. You know what I mean?
I understand. That's reasonable.
But here's the thing. Like, I went to bed. I was so tired. It was 3 o'clock in the morning. Or 3. It was almost 4 o'clock in the morning. Anyways, then I had to get up at 6 to go to work. Right? Like,
yeah.
But I was committed to doing this thing, and as the day progressed, I got more and more upset. And
it's like it's one thing to stay up that late and like do the raid, but then, like, to have it cut short because someone else took up, like, because of someone else's schedule, like, ate away a lot of the time you could have had to play. And
right? Like,
yes,
that's like, at that point, like, I wish I listened to myself and just said, fuck it. All right, you're going with other people. I'll just put my own squad together. And not waited.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It's my fault. Like, I should have listened to myself. But like, my disappointment level was at, like, 1,000. Like, I didn't stream Sunday. I wanted no part of Twitch on Monday. And believe it or not, I wasn't. And I actually announced it in the Discord that I wasn't going to stream Tuesday because I was fucking irritated still. But my wife turned it around for me. She's like, "Suck it the fuck up."
Yeah,
like, legit. Carrie is not. She is not mega, like, pro stream or anything like that. You know what I mean? She's pro stream, but she's never like, you should definitely do it. Like, she's usually like, oh, you're going to take the night off? Cool. You know what I mean? But she's like, why? You took Sunday off. Like, why are you taking another night off? Like, shut up. And I was like, okay. So I ended up streaming, and I ended up having a great night on Tuesday with clan night and streaming and everything. I guess I just learned a valuable lesson, and my mindset has changed completely. And I'm actually, like, you guys are going to laugh and Atrax is going to roll his eyes, but I'm actually thinking about, like, is Destiny the game I want to play on stream?
Well, that's a valid question.
Like, honestly, like, you want to know the truth? Like, I want to play Dead Space. I want to play WWE 2K23. Like, I want to play other games. And honestly, like, maybe I just play Destiny on a Sunday night just to raid, but, like, play different games. And, like, maybe I walk away from streaming. Like, all of these things are going on through my head right now. And, like, I know I've talked about that with you guys before, but never like this. And, like, I feel like I give so much and I was let down, and it's just fucked me up.
I totally get it. You're not getting back what you put into it,
But I can't hold that. But I have to hold myself accountable for that, right?
Yeah.
Like that has nothing to do with anybody else. I'm holding myself accountable because I pour so much in, and I don't expect anything. But then I guess when you really expect something and it doesn't happen, now you second guess everything.
Yeah.
Even though you don't
totally
expect anything, because I don't expect shit. I guess I'll tell you, it was a really fucking hard week in the gaming and digital space.
Yeah.
But at the same time now, I'm really looking forward to PAX and like everything coming, and like at the same time, and I know I've rambled for a few minutes. At the same time, I think like, okay, so if I stop streaming, like, does that mean I can go back to focusing more on the podcast and like growing our show like we did in the beginning? And I'm not saying our show isn't in a great place right now, because it is, but like doing those things that I love to do for the show, where I feel like the show is taking a little bit of backseat because I don't have as much time to invest, and I'm so busy in real life as well.
Yeah, I get it.
What does Kitty say? I'm an alien.
You are definitely an alien. But I kind of draw a lot of parallels to what you're going through with what I went through at the end of last paintball season. You know
Division
what I mean?
3 paintball.
Yeah, that was Division 3 paintball.
3.
But like I'm running a team for an organization, right? That's like a feeder team, and I'm like never complaining, all the above. You know what I mean? Like never like players getting taken for the upper team mid-season, like losing players off the roster for commitment stuff, organizing flights, organizing hotels, houses, all that shit. Like, and I'm also coaching at the same time, and like, but also not really having the choice for like roster decisions. So like, who we kept on the team or not or whatever. So like, then when I was like, okay, like I'm not doing this anymore, to have the upper organization not be like, hey, like you're not going to get a lot of playing time, but like come play with us and we'll develop you because like you helped out the team for 3 years type of thing. That's what I was hoping for and didn't get. So like, it's not the same scenario that you're talking about, but I get that sort of feeling of like you put a lot into it without really expecting anything, but like you'd hope to have that repaid a little bit in some capacity. So, and then you don't, it makes you feel pretty fucked up. And like, you definitely second guess yourself. So like for me, not to make it the Nick show, because I don't mean to steal your spotlight.
You're not.
But like the redemptive part, it was me going to Florida and doing well with this other team now in a higher division.
Well, and that's
like, okay, I can do it. You know what I mean?
In Division 2.
Yeah. In a higher division. And I feel the same way, Nick. Like, I feel like maybe I should stop asking for help or doing stuff with other people and do stuff with the people who support us in our community, right?
Yeah.
There's people in our community that are fucking amazing people that are there for us through thick and thin. Like, we can right now say hi in our Discord, and we're going to have 15 people say hi back right away.
Right. I know. They're awesome.
And I need to recognize that and focus on that and care less about other stuff.
Yeah, I totally agree.
And
like,
I think, and honestly, like, but that's what I'm saying. Like, I love so many, like, I miss gaming to game.
Yeah, and not gaming for something specific.
Right. Like, I did that bonus stream of SWOTOR the other week, and I streamed for an hour and a half. It was just bonus, and I had a blast doing it.
Yeah.
Fucking blast.
Yeah.
But, I only have 3 days a week to play games. And why am I investing it into just one? I don't know. Because I love the game. Yes, I do love the game. But if I played the Mass Effect Legendary Edition, I would love that fucking game too.
Right.
If I played Dead Space, I would hate every minute of my life
But
because
the community
I'm
would love it. So
well, because I'd be shitting bricks, but I love Dead Space. I love the story of it. I love the gameplay. When you get in 0G and all you hear is and then all of a sudden you hear like a boo, boo, and you're like, what the hell? And there's a fucking necromorph like chomping at your neck. Like, exactly. Yeah. Like, exactly. Like those, that is what I love. Like, I loved doing that. And I feel like streaming takes that away from you unless you're able to separate yourself.
Yeah, and you almost have to have, like, if you're streaming 3 days a week, you need to have 5 days a week of availability, and the other two you're doing something else. You're doing, you're doing your brain
but
stuff,
that's my
which
point.
You're
like,
not going to have, you know.
No, I don't, because like literally Monday night I'm usually watching your stream, Nick, just fucking around on my computer, chilling. Tuesday stream, Wednesday guys night, Thursday podcast, Friday chilling or playing a video game, Saturday stream, Sunday stream, plus being a dad, plus working fucking 3 jobs. Like it's a lot.
It's a ton.
Yeah. And all of this is coming up just because I was disappointed and I'm reflecting.
Yeah, I get it.
Anyways, so Nick, what's it like playing on a Division two paintball team in a national event?
It's awesome, first of all, but we should call this episode Division 2 Paintball Team Part 2 or something like that. Division 2 Part 2. It's a lot of that joke just repeating. But
or maybe like Division 3 No Mo.
Yeah, we'll chat about it after. But okay, so for context, I'm going to explain this more.
Or wait. Or the episode could be called "I Want Some Fried Chicken."
So,
KFC.
That's
finger licking good.
That is an inside joke from the pre-show that you will not hear.
Yeah, that's a good one.
So
really quick, Division 2.
Yes, Division 2.
All right, I'm done.
Dude, wait. How good is Division 2?
So, paintball...
Is it Division 2 quality?
I think it's better than Division 3.
And a lot better than Division 4.
I'm done. All
right, so in case you're completely lost and don't know anything about paintball, which is completely reasonable, paintball has skill, like, it's a team sport, but it has skill ranking based on, like, your skill level and, like, your experience. So it goes from professional is obviously the top, then it's semi-pro, then Division 2, Division 3, Division 4, Division 5, then there's beginner. So the real tournament, most of the people that play tournament paintball or competitive paintball, as I call it, are in like Division 3 or 4. Mostly 4 is like people who start off. And then, so I'm playing in Division 2, which is it's not a big deal, but it's like AA baseball. It's like you're clearly not a pro, but like you're pretty damn good at baseball. You know what I mean?
So you're like platinum.
If there's like diamond and then something else?
Yeah, like diamond and then challenger or whatever.
Yeah, exactly. So like Division 3 would be like gold, Division 4 would be like silver, and then bronze would be like 5 or beginner or something. But so that's a good way to put it. So when we say Division 2, it's there's not that many people that play Division 2. Like for reference, at World Cup there was 25 Division 2 teams registered, and World Cup is the biggest paintball tournament of the year. Meanwhile, there was like 60-something Division 3 teams. So this is talking about like there's fewer and fewer people. And then semi-pro, there was like around 20, and then pro is capped at 20 always. And the top semi-pro team goes up into the pro division, and then the bottom pro team gets relegated out to semi-pro. But kind of like Premier League soccer. So, yes, I played Division 2. This is my first Division 2 event. I played, my notes say, yes, it's Division 2. Yes, I played on a paintball team. And yes, it was a Division 2 paintball team called Malicious.
A malicious Division 2 paintball team.
Yes, formerly called Malicious Intent, but we thought that was a little bit too on the nose for like, I don't know, for the refs, you know? Because we definitely overshoot the shit out of people. But it was awesome. We rented a house. If you've played this event or vacationed in Disney, there's a lot of houses in this area near Orlando, and the tournament's in Kissimmee, Florida. there's an area called Champions Gate that's basically like a whole town of just these like rental house neighborhoods where it's just rental houses pretty much, or timeshares. And like, it's really, a lot of the paintball teams stay in that area because the houses are like 9-10 bedrooms. Like the one I rented for World Cup was in that area. Had 9 bedrooms, giant like theater room. It was awesome. But the problem is that one strip, there's like one big main highway that goes from like Disney area / the field that we play at. The field's not in Disney. It's just like on the way, but it's the same strip. So there's one big main road that goes from that Champions Gate resort area, or housing area, to the paintball field and or Disney. So like, if you're going to your matches early in the morning at like 6 in the morning and there's no traffic, it's like a 12-minute drive to the field and it's great. But at coming back, it can be like an hour or more because of the traffic. Because there's like Florida people drive like crazy, and they're just terrible drivers. It's just like, don't
and
look
there's
at the
a ton
road.
of them mixed.
And
with
They can't be worse than New Yorkers.
Well, yeah, New Yorkers drive crazy, but they don't crash. Like Florida people just like run into a stop sign because they like are dumb.
It's
like, it's a different style of bad driving.
my experience in Ubers in California. I wouldn't necessarily call them bad drivers because some of the things that they pull off, there's no way that a bad driver could do that.
That's what
but
I mean.
The entire time I'm sitting in the back seat, I'm like, we're going to hit that bus. No, we're going to hit this car. Oh, wait, you're just going to like randomly merge here? Come on, what's going on here? Like people, it's crazy.
Right.
They just drive.
That's what I'm referring to. Like, you have to be, that's like New York, Boston driving. Like, you're cutting people off. Everyone's cutting each other off. It's a little bit, it's chaos in that way, but everyone's like actively laser focused on the driving versus like in Florida, I feel like people are just like, ooh, palm trees, blue skies, la, 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 like not like paying attention at all. And just like, that's what's terrible. Like blowing through stop signs, like that kind of thing. So there's always accidents on that road. I think when I went to World Cup, there was an accident every single night I was there for all 5 nights on that one road. And it's a straight highway. How do you fuck that up? It's not like it's
not
on ramps and off ramps. Yeah. So that's kind of
2
my
words.
point. Yeah.
Want me to tell you how that can happen?
Go ahead.
2 words. Flow Rida.
But yeah, it's just Florida.
Yeah. Well, I will say, if it's straight, like if I know that the highway is just like for 10 miles, it's just going to be flat, I'm going to be straight. I'm not going to focus nearly as much, or subconsciously, I'm not going to focus on the driving nearly as much as if it's like a super windy, curvy highway.
Oh, totally. Yeah.
Then I'm laser focused. So I can see how that would happen. But yeah, people in Florida are crazy.
It's
and
it's also
anyway.
Definitely, and it's also has a lot to do with it. There's a lot of vacation people there too, so it's like out of town folks and things like that, mixing with the locals and everything. Whoa, that's some sweet Thrawn artwork.
They're saying
Empire?
that. Remember how the Empire?
Hold on, spoilers for episode 3 of The Mandalorian.
No, they're saying how like the Empire is going into the First Order.
Yeah,
like it's in that in between period. They're saying that Thrawn's going to show up in Mando, and that's not confirmed. That's just a rumor.
Yeah, that's the rumor is that the TIE interceptors that attacked. This is spoilers for episode 3. If you haven't seen it, Atrax, have you seen episode 3?
No, but I'm not worried about it.
Okay,
about spoilers anyway.
The TIE interceptors that like how there was a shitload of them. They're like, and they make the comment like, what Imperial warlord has that many ships or a fleet this big? The answer is Grand Admiral Thrawn. Like Thrawn would have the dopest of the dope still. So I think that was Thrawn. But we'll probably see him later. But moving on, was I finished talking? So anyways, we did not stay in Champions Gate. We stayed like 6 minutes from the field. It was fantastic. Totally. It was a new development of all these rental homes. It was like 5-bedroom, I think, or something. Everyone either had a nice couch setup or bedroom. I had a bed. I actually had the Baby Yoda room. It was both beds were decorated with Grogu.
It was epic. I saw it.
It was pretty sweet. And yeah, so we rented a house, went to Hibachi, we made Sunday in the tournament, aka that means we made the playoffs. So in Division 2, if you make the playoffs, you're gonna to get to the finals. It's 4 matches total. So it's Ocho finals, then the quarterfinals, then semis, and finals. So Ocho finals, we beat the team pretty handily. We beat them like 5-1, and then we lost in the quarterfinals in triple overtime. So in paintball, you have your regular match time, which is 15 minutes in Division 2. Then you have 1 point, so 1 5v5 go as overtime with a 5-minute time cap, and we took it down to the time limit ran out. It was still, we didn't kill it. Neither team hit the buzzer. So then it goes to one-on-ones. So the first one-on-one, we send out our best one-on-one guy, Harry Stanton, who has played professional previously, and he ended up trading with the other guy. Then the second one-on-one, we sent out our next best guy, Tommy Greenleaf, who does one-on-ones in practice every single day, one-on-ones against local pros, very good at one-on-ones. He ends up bouncing the guy, and the other guy shot him. So, like, they both shot each other, but our guy's paintball bounced, and the other guy's broke, so our guy was out. And that's how we lost. So it was like, damn, we almost made top 4, but we ended up taking 6th place overall, which is pretty darn good for our first event in a higher division as a team. So that was pretty awesome. I was just happy to make Sunday at all, and to get as far as we did was just icing on the cake. It was just gravy. So super, super happy with that. Honestly, I haven't really been gaming because I've been away. So I went for last week, I left Wednesday like afternoon at like 2 p.m. And then I was in Florida the whole time. I didn't really game while I was down there because paintball stuff. And then Monday I flew back so we didn't really go out or anything until Sunday night after we were out because we were playing paintball in the mornings. We had a 7 a.m. match on Friday, and then our first match on Saturday was 7 a.m. or like 8 o'clock essentially. And then Sunday, that first match was 8 o'clock again. So we were getting up crazy early every night. So we weren't going out and partying or anything. But Sunday once we were done, we went to Old Town, which is like this. It almost reminds me of like the Jersey Shore. Like, Marcus, have you been to Old Town ever?
Yeah.
It reminds me of like Wildwood or something in the Jersey Shore, where you've got like random like shops and like fun beachy bars, and then like go-karts and stuff like that, and like random, they have like one of those slingshot like carnival ride things, a Ferris wheel. So we went out there. I drank a lot of tequila, and because I didn't have to drive anywhere, and then I kindly asked my teammates to drop me and one of my other teammates off at the house before they proceeded to the strip club for the rest of the evening. And then I got up at 4:30 to catch our flight. So needless to say, when I by the time I got back home, it was probably about noon, and I was exhausted. I slept, got home, plopped my suitcase down, took my shoes off, and got in bed and fell asleep. I was like, all right, I'm definitely taking a nap before I do anything else. And I woke up and it was like 4:30 in the afternoon. I was like, damn. So then I get up groggily, put some stuff away, take a shower, clean myself up, went to Costco for some groceries for the week, and was then at like 8:30, I was like falling asleep again. I was like, all right, screw it, I'm going to bed. So then slept the whole night until like 5:30 in the morning. So I was wicked tired. Then went to work Tuesday, got a bunch of stuff done at work, catching up with stuff at the old office. And then when I got out of work Tuesday, I just chilled. I had like a self day. Didn't really talk to anybody. Just used a little bit of cannabis product and caught up on the Bad Batch, stuff like that. Then yesterday I got home, did a couple things. Went to guys' night where we watched. We had some awesome sausage, peppers, and onions grinders that my dad made, and then we watched episode 3 of The Mandalorian.
And you should have seen Nick. He ate the sausage in one bite the long way.
Oh yeah, that's my secret talent. No gag reflex. Just goes right down.
Don't even chew, just straight swallow, huh?
Yeah, it's not required.
Wow.
Yeah.
Crazy.
He said he wishes he had 2.
I know. I can usually do the double up, the double down, I should say.
Yeah. Wow.
But
Dude, ever win any hot dog eating contests or?
I know I should enter more. Usually
Yeah.
I just do privately, but
Just a whole pack of Oscar Myers, huh?
All to myself. Yep, definitely.
He goes for the jumbo, though.
Yeah.
Moving on.
So, anyways,
Cheese-filled or
no, cheese-filled hot dogs. That's just nasty. I know what you're trying to say, but anyways, so then today I went to work, came home, did some more errands and stuff, and then boom, bam, we're recording the podcast. So I have not really had a chance to play games, really, but I am really looking forward to PAX, and I have to go through the rest of the emails, like as we were talking about earlier, where we're getting a lot of emails from like developers that are or studios that have booths saying like, hey, here's what our game is, here's what you can expect, would you like to book some time to let us know, and here's how to book it. So it's a lot. So I'm going to be going through, I think I have like 80 emails I got to go through, probably half of which are from booths. So I want to go through and see which games I want to play and compare it to our schedule, so we're not double booked and stuff like that.
So I texted both of you. It was I only booked 2.
I think I've only booked
the Behemoth
2 as well.
on Thursday, and the Feudal Lands, which is that like MMO survival PvP game.
Yeah,
But it's I'm interested in it because I think it looks cool. But I texted you. It's 2:00 and 4:00 on Thursday. I kind of left everything else open so you guys can book the games you want. Yeah. But I am gonna say I'm really looking forward to it.
Oh, me too.
Yep,
I think
same.
I got confirmation today. Joey Feta, aka Frozen Cheddar in Discord, bought a ticket for Friday, so he's gonna come up and.
Oh, that's fucking awesome!
Let's go.
Hopefully, he'll come out to dinner with us.
That's what I said. Because when are we doing the meetup? Are we doing that
Friday.
Yeah.
Yeah. Perfect.
So stay. I guess it's the time to say it. So stay tuned. I'll make a PAX category in the Discord so you guys can know where the meetup is. So if you're in Boston during PAX, you can come meet up.
Yes, indeed.
And maybe we won't do anything official. Maybe it'll just be a bar.
Yeah,
that's easy enough.
Honestly, whatever. Anyways,
I want to find the nerdiest gamer bar around.
Bro, they're all like every bar that is like on the website is going to have like bands that are only playing video game music. There's this band that only plays the 8-bit music, and like one of the best of the best is like when they play Metroid and Castlevania.
Is it like 8 people, 1 person a bit?
I don't know. They're just playing 8-bit music. Whatever. Fuck, that just fucked with my head. Anyways, in AIE news, the SWOTOR Mandatory Fun Night, where the fun is mandatory but attendance is not, is 9 p.m. on Tuesdays. Help Coralie and the Guild conquer all of the things in SWOTOR. And if you're new to SWOTOR, just ask them to take you to the Sarlacc pit, and there's a Datacron at the bottom. Trust me, it's worth the jump. And like we said earlier, Destiny 2's Clan Night is bumping on Tuesday nights, 9 p.m. Eastern, same time as SWOTOR. I'm going to tell you guys now, go play SWOTOR, and if you're over SWOTOR for that week, just come play Destiny with us. If you're new to Destiny and you're doing your New Light campaign, which is the new player experience, I'm happy to help you during Clan Night to do that, or any other night to get you involved in the game. Because right now is a great time to get into Destiny, because it's new expansion, all the new content. It's really a fun game to play. And I know I bitch and complain sometimes, but it is a lot of fun.
Sometimes.
And if all this sounds fun to you, go to aie-guild.org. Get our Discord information in the top right-hand corner of the website and ask for a guild invite. Whether or not you play Star Wars The Old Republic, Destiny 2, Guild Wars 2, Final Fantasy 14, Elder Scrolls Online, World of Warcraft, all the above.
All of it.
If you play it...
pretty soon coming, Diablo 4. I heard that's coming.
It is.
The beta's coming pretty soon. if it's not out already.
I'm pretty sure I saw a trailer for the beta. So yeah. So anyways, if you play games, we probably play it too, and we would love to have you.
All right, and I know we haven't done this in a while, but Nick definitely has to pee.
I sure do. So we'll be right back.
My God, what is taking him so goddamn long?
Nick, hurry up, man.
It's all that beer you're drinking. Come on, bro.
Bros before hoes, man. Get off Snapchat.
And we're back. So today we're jumping right into working class questions. We were going to have a topic that we were going to chat about, but then a lot of y'all asked about it in the working class questions. So it would have been redundant.
And two, we're going to PAX next week, so like,
Yeah.
and really there hasn't been any big bombing gaming news. And I just wanted to chat with you guys. So Nick Burton 51 says, what's your favorite dinosaur?
That's a great question from a highly intelligent and handsome individual. The favorite dinosaur, my favorite dinosaur is a velociraptor. The big claws.
That's a good one. I have to actually think about this for a second. So if you want to jump in, Marcus. Go ahead.
I will. So I have two.
Okay.
I love the Diplodocus because he's big and he just chills and like he don't give a fuck about nobody because he's bigger than everybody on the planet and he just eats leaves off trees. The other is the Dilophosaurus, which if you remember Jurassic Park, it's got the two wings and it spits that shit at you.
Oh yeah.
Like I love it when shit comes out and squirts faces. I love it.
All right.
Fair enough. There's a backstory of why I asked that question. What's your favorite dinosaur? Because so back in college, actually freshman sophomore year of college, Tinder was the only real dating app. So it was very popular in a college. Of course, all the people are right there, so everybody's walking distance. It worked well, but. So you're matching with lots of people, and it's always like, all right, what the fuck do you say? Because it's just pictures on Tinder. It's not like prompts where you get some backstory, like, oh, I like books or hiking or fucking knitting or whatever. So you can ask about. So it's like, all right, what the hell do you say? So I started asking, what's your favorite dinosaur? And the girls that were actually cool would answer something and be like, I never thought about that. Maybe this or something, or oh, I remember we used to watch The Land Before Time when I was little, or something, or whatever.
Yeah.
It was just a random weird question that would open the door. So that was always my openers. What's your favorite dinosaur? So that's a
really good one.
Yeah.
All right, Atrax, what's your favorite dino?
I'm so happy that you mentioned The Land Before Time, Nick, because that was. I still have the VHS set of The Land Before Time. I'm going to keep them forever as long as I can because that was huge nostalgia for me. And so I got to go with a long neck. I don't actually know what the technical names are. I never really studied dinosaurs when I was a kid. I just watched the movies.
I think a Brontosaurus or a Diplodocus are both long necks.
Okay. I'll copy Marcus then. He seems like he knows what he's talking about with dinosaurs. And then also
because my son is obsessed with them.
Got to go with the classic T-Rex.
Fair enough.
Because most people say,
"Wow,
Marcus,
pink hat,
huh, Marcus?"
Yeah, it was a towel.
That completely derailed my train of thought.
Yep. That's what I do.
Okay. T-Rex. Yes. So just because classic T-Rex, we wouldn't have so many great Jurassic Park movies. There wouldn't be a couple of great Land Before Time movies, some great sketches in Family Guy with T-Rexes. And I mean, I don't know. It's just the classic dinosaur.
Yeah.
You know?
So that's a totally get it.
Yeah.
Why did the chicken cross the road?
No one knows, but the road will have its vengeance.
Why did the chicken cross the road, Atrax?
Just that was the chicken crossing spot. So that was the time, just walking across the road. It was minding its business. It was doing its chicken thing. Why'd the chicken cross the road, Marcus?
So it didn't become fried chicken.
Fair
All right.
enough. I got
That's
one
a good
more answer with the you don't know. Why did the chicken cross the road?
I don't know.
I don't know.
To get to the loser's house, knock knock.
Who's there?
You answer it, Marcus.
The chicken.
I've heard that one. But I thought about saying that one. I thought, nah.
That's all right. It was a little
good one.
contrived.
That's a good one. I like
All
it,
right.
Nick.
Nick asks again, what's your favorite weapon that your character has used in a video game?
See, I asked these and like this morning, and I don't even remember.
I have mine.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
Done. So I have two. First is the Osteostriga in Destiny,
Okay,
hands
okay.
down. And then the Corruptor Blades in SWTOR. So it was
Corruptor
like,
Blades.
yeah. It's like a sword that has like the energy like at the end of like General Grievous's staff.
Okay.
And only way you can do it is by beating a boss, the Corruptor Zero boss on hard mode
Yeah, that's cool.
or Nightmare.
Yeah.
I can't remember.
That's a great one.
I think favorite weapon my character use. I got a couple as well. Probably like a plasma rifle from Fallout because like the gun looks really cool. It's powerful because it does energy damage and physical damage. They've got like these cathode ray tubes sticking out everywhere. You got tubes with the green stuff flying, like going through it. And when you shoot your enemies, they melt into a puddle. So like that's pretty cool.
Yeah,
That's-
that is pretty sweet.
The plasma rifle from the Fallout series, but also the Master Sword from Legend of Zelda is always really cool. Specifically, like when I think of it, I think of like Wind Waker and Twilight Princess primarily because those are the two I grew up with. But like, I don't know, something about like this, like it's set up so epically in all the Zelda games. It's like you get a sword, but then you get the Master Sword, and it like glows, and you can charge it up, and like. It like does extra damage against the evil enemies. It's just cool, like this mythical thing, you know?
Yeah,
But
that's a good one.
what do you think, Atrax?
It is so hard for me to pick because I have played so many games and a
Right.
million. I guess maybe it's more so how the game plays with the weapon than the actual weapon itself. Like a couple that came to mind are the Keyblade from Kingdom Hearts.
I almost
That's
said
a
that.
good one.
There were
You're wearing-
so many different variations. Yeah.
You're wearing a Kingdom Hearts shirt, so
Wearing a Kingdom Hearts shirt, so of course that comes to mind.
yep.
Also, I was going to say the sword from Sekiro because you use that one sword through the entire game. And I guess you technically get the Mortal Blade later on, but still, that's the main sword that you use. And so I like that weapon because of how the game plays with that particular weapon. But at the end of the day, my favorite game is Neo 2, and the switch glaive that you can get in that game, that variant of weapon, that style is so much fun because you have like the giant heavy scythe version that you can like swing down for heavy attacks. You can flip it to where it's like a long kind of spear pole that you can hack and slash with for your mid attacks. And then you can flick it to where it's the weapon side is facing like knuckles out, so you use it as kind of like a
Like a punching kind of weapon?
yeah, well, it's more of like a glaive though, right? So it's like
Okay.
a switch yeah, that motion, right? You do that a lot.
You're hacking at things like a hatchet?
Hack and slash, and you regain your stamina. So like you open with your heavy attacks, and then you switch into your middle attacks. Yeah, Marcus gets it. And then you
Right.
go into your low stance attacks to recover. So that's the one that comes to my mind is all the variations of that is just so great.
Cool.
Marcus, you have one of my favorite questions of all time. Nick, can you please explain for all of the viewers that didn't hear it the first time, what a Division 2 paintball team is?
Yes. So, in case you didn't hear me about 45 minutes ago, a Division 2 paintball team is a class, like a skill level that we're referring to. So, paintball is divided up into divisions. From best to worst, it goes professional, then semi-pro, then Division 2, Division 3, Division 4, Division 5, and then beginner. And I play in Division 2. So Division 2
Division 2 would be like platinum?
Yes. Division 2 would definitely be like platinum, and then there's, diamond or whatever challenger above it. So
yeah. Uh-huh.
Exactly. I think most people would play the biggest two divisions, like numbers wise, are Division 4 and Division 3, and so it's by the time you get to Division 2, you're really whittled down to a lot fewer people.
You're really good if you're Division 2.
Yeah, you're pretty darn. It's like I call it like double A baseball. It's not triple A, but like you're in the minor leagues, but like you're pretty darn good. Not pro, but like double A.
Yeah.
So, Scarlett asks, how sweaty physically were you while playing paintball down in the Florida heat with all that gear on? And is it more of a speed course, if that's what it's called? Speedball, yes. How sweaty? Very sweaty is the answer to that question. So if you're not familiar with what I'm referring to, the format that I play in is the most common format. It's the format for competitive paintball is actually called X-ball, which is a form of speedball, and I think that's what Scarlett was referring to. So it's not like we're putting on camo and running around the woods like we're in the military. It is on like a turf field typically, or like a flat grass field with these inflatable bunkers laid out in a symmetrical pattern. And the bunkers are made of like bounce house material. So there's like triangular ones that we call Doritos. There's like low to the ground, like tubular ones we call like the snakes. There's like Aztec shaped ones we call with like flat top pyramids. So there's all different shapes, and they're laid out uniformly, symmetrically, I should say. So on a grid specifically, so that each team has the same sort of setup on their side of the field.
Did I hear that right? Did you say Doritos?
Yes, I did. I did call the bunkers Doritos. Is it? Yes, I did.
You do that way better than I do. I love it.
I would hope so. It's like my thing. But
it is.
So yes, that's what it is. It's 5v. So that's the setup. Then the matches themselves are for the lower divisions. It's 12 minutes total game time. For Division 2 and up, it's 15 minutes of game time. And it's 5v5 go. Or you shoot out everybody on the other team. Then you go hit a buzzer, it almost looks like a Staples easy button on the opposing team's start box. And that's how you score a point. That's 1 point. And then the game clock stops at the end once you hit the buzzer. And then you have a limited amount of time. It's like a minute or two. It's a little more complicated than that, but it's not a lot of time. You come off the field, get the paint cleaned off you, whatever, reload, get some more air, and then you get back out there for the next point until the match is done. So that's the structure. But to answer your question about it being hot, yes, you wear like forearm and /elbow pads, like these pads that go into your forearm and elbow, and then you wear knee pads, and then it's a long sleeve jersey and long sleeve pants with cleats and stuff. And then there's a specific headgear with headbands and stuff that's part of the fashion side of things. But no, you don't really wear padding it's not for protection. The padding that you wear on your knees and then forearms and elbows is for sliding and like diving around. So that's it can definitely get hot. But the jerseys and pants are made to be breathable, although protective. So like I wear like an athletic shirt and then the jersey, and that's it. And then my pads. But so yes, you get hot, but it's not too bad. And thankfully, the amount of time you're actually involved in the game, it's probably about 45 minutes per match, roughly. So it's not too bad. You can go find shade and cool down after. But
that's pretty good.
Yeah. What does Quinn ask?
Quinn asks, what's a life hack that you use that actually works?
A life hack. I got one. Marcus,
all right.
Do you have a life hack over there?
I'm waiting for you guys to go.
The one I thought of first when I read this is I make it's not really for productivity, but it's more for mental healthy stuff. So I make it a point to every day when I get out of my bed, I make it. Because I feel like it is a little accomplishment, like check the box kind of thing. It's like a little victory right in the morning. You start your day off with a win. It's like, I'm fucking winning today. Boom, bed's made right away. Let's go. And it's dumb, but it's something stupid, but it's easy, and it just like gets you in a, like, starts the day. Even if you're grumpy and tired and slept 2 hours, when you do get out of bed, you make it right away. It's like, that's better than if you didn't, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know what Marcus is laughing at.
It's okay, you will.
Oh, there it is. That's what you were drawing for so long.
Oh man, we have fun here at Working Class Nerds.
So
Marcus doodled a picture of a penis on a picture of me playing paintball, so it looks like I'm sucking a rather large phallic object. But life hacks.
Yeah, so I don't really have any life hacks because I feel like everything I do is like hard. But if I had to say one, it's the life hack for me is always flush twice.
Yep,
that's good advice.
Yeah, don't be afraid.
You know what I mean?
to
Drop
flush
the
twice.
deuce, and as the last log is coming out, flush, and then it smells less, and it makes way better cleanup.
Yep.
And in addition to that, don't be afraid if you know if you're gonna deuce and it's gonna be a big one. Throw the fan on. Do yourself a favor.
Oh, yeah, you always got a fan.
Yeah, but like before, not after. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. No, beforehand, for sure. If you know it, the fan's going on.
Yeah.
And also,
absolutely.
if there's other people in the house or wherever you're doing it, the fan noise helps cover up any noises you might end up making. So that's definitely better.
Yep. And Febreze, be kind. To,
all the above. Oh, I can tack on this. There's a product called Poopery, POO-POURI, that you spray the bowl with, and it works fucking awesome. So I guess it like is an oily coating. It makes an oily sheen. It smells good on the surface of the water, and as your shit goes through it, it like coats it, so it like locks in the odor, and it doesn't smell bad at all. So you can do some terrible things and just you spray Poopery before, and you're good to go.
It's Chipotle away.
Chipotle away, exactly. It's really they make travel size ones too that you can like bring with you, or if you're going over like a date's house for something.
Bro, listen,
quick.
When we're in that hotel room, I'm gonna drop the fattest deuce and not shut the door and not turn on the fan.
I know. I'm gonna go find ice cream at that point.
Yeah, we'll just leave.
You're gonna get a shit cream sandwich.
We'll wait for a while.
This is a repeat.
My life hack, personally, this doesn't work for everybody, but for me, save yourself like $200. Just throw your mattresses on the floor and just sleep like that. Just own it. Super comfortable, and you save money and space,
chance
and time.
Well, I respectfully disagree with that, but if it works for you, then I'm happy for you.
Yeah.
Nice, Marcus.
There you go.
That's what Marcus thinks of that idea.
I guess so.
This is a repeat from Doritos. What are you looking forward to most about PAX East?
Ooh, that's a good question. I think, honestly, I really like the game demos when the devs are right there explaining stuff to you and they're really passionate about it. Like, for example, I don't know. As we were, I keep going back to this example at PAX because it's a game we played them a lot of when we had the developers on the show and everything. But like Norm's Night in the Cave, that bowling platformer, like I'm terrible at platformers, but like the developers like being over your shoulder explaining the like slingshot mechanic and like how they ended up coming up with that and like how they basically made the whole game around it and what the theme is and how that developed and the art style. They're like explaining this thing that they worked on as you're playing it.
Yeah.
It's a different level of like intimacy with games than you normally get when you just play at home. To like have that like it's like watching a DVD or a movie or whatever with like the director's commentary on. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
At the same time, but the director's like right behind you. Like, oh, see in that shot, like this guy kept farting in the corner. That's why that extra's making that face or something. You know,
right?
Like that's cool. Like I'm pumped for that.
I have three things.
Okay.
First and foremost, beyond anything else, I'm going to be hanging out with Nick and Atrax for like 3 days.
That's
in
true.
person, like we chillin'.
That's
like
great.
There's, you know what I mean? Like I'm looking forward to the most for that. Second is I am really excited to buy a new keyboard. I'm getting a new keyboard. So I have the Logitech Pro Series and I don't know what to do. I've taken the keys off. I've cleaned them. The W and S and D key stick, and I'll hit W once and it'll click 3 times. It drives me bonkers.
Yeah.
No, I wish I could say that I jerked off all over it. Like I've cleaned this fucking thing. Like, sorry, Atrax was showing like his jerking motion.
The shake weight motion.
Yeah, the shake weight.
What?
So,
I was throwing dice.
Yeah, no, you were throwing knuckle children. Anyways, so my point is, I really want to get a nice mechanical keyboard. And the last time we were at PAX was in 2019. It was a long time ago.
Yeah. In a galaxy far, far away.
Yeah. They had some pretty rad mechanical keyboards. So that's something like I'm thinking about buying that I really want to do. And then the third thing is like, I feel like I'm getting a dream interview because one of my favorite games, I don't talk about it too often, is Castle Crashers. Like that was my ultimate party game. Like some people play Mario Party, some play Mario Kart, some have their like whatever their LAN parties might have been GoldenEye. My ultimate party game was Castle Crashers, and they're coming out with a new game, and we have a interview with them. Like that, like every time I go to PAX, I bring the kids home stuffies from Castle Crashers, the Behemoth. So I am super looking forward to that. Atrax?
A lot of things that you both are looking forward to as well. Hanging out with you guys, visiting the East Coast, all of that good stuff.
Best Coast?
Least Coast.
Wow.
Well, it's got the L, you know. Anyway.
East Coast doesn't have an L in it.
No, if you give it the L and it becomes the least coast.
Yeah, but we
Till
don't take
he's
L's.
here.
You take the L.
Our
sure.
Walmarts are open.
So are ours.
I don't get it.
That's fine.
Anyway, I have, since I was young, always wanted to kind of interview game developers and be that person to be able to go from game to game and check all the new stuff out. So being able to do this with both of you is super, super awesome. And also, this is the biggest gaming convention I've ever been to. So it's just a ton of excitement for me.
Hell
I'm all around excited. There's a lot of great stuff.
I'm definitely super excited. Atrax, I think I'm one little side thing I'm like interested in seeing is like when we went in 2019. I think, did we go Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Marcus? Is that what it was? Or maybe even Friday, Saturday, Sunday? I think we went Friday, Saturday, Sunday. But like Saturday and Sunday were, it might have been just Friday, Saturday, but Saturday and Sunday are so much more packed than Friday was. Like Saturday, you can barely even move. So like the fact that we're going Thursday, Friday is perfect. We can actually go around, see everything. Then Saturday, we can just hit a couple things that we wanted to clean up with or whatever. But I think it'll be interesting to see the crowd differences on the different days. You'll appreciate it. Next question. Is that everything? I think so, right?
Yeah.
Moving on, Rigor Morty asks, do you have any go-to songs that you listen to ahead of gaming to get you in the mood for gaming? Current favorites of mine are Linkin Park, Somewhere I Belong, and AC/DC Shoot to Thrill. Oh, and by the way, I'm still deciding on a Mass Effect 2 class. Very good. Mass Effect 2 is awesome.
That's probably my favorite game of all time, and I like the Soldier class because I feel like Mass Effect, Commander Shepard is a soldier. Like, I don't feel like he's like shooting lasers out of his hands. I feel like he's straight up infantry.
Yeah, I think that's
Yeah.
what I picked too. He's really like a shooty kind of guy.
Yeah.
But
I'll go
As far as
first
the
on the
music.
go-to songs. Like, it's hard for me to say that because, well, I play this mix off of YouTube every stream before it because it gets me pretty excited. But I don't really listen to music to get me pumped up to game unless I'm streaming, just because I don't really want to listen to the in-game music.
I'm kind of the same way where I don't usually listen to music to get pumped up, but I will give you my like current favorite pump up song. It's a tech house song technically by Dom Dalla, but it has like the like hockey like intro music kind of vibes or like jock jams CDs from like the 90s or whatever vibes to it. It's called Miracle Maker by Dom Dalla. Miracle Maker, MIRACLE MAKER, and then the artist name is Dom DOMDOLLA.
Dom Dollar.
Yeah, I think it's a. And Marcus has got it. Marcus, we're gonna get copyrighted.
No, we're
Yeah.
not.
Way
You have
to go, Marcus.
You have 15 seconds.
No, you have 7.
I don't.
Well, I didn't play 7 seconds.
No, I'm just saying. It's
I
not
don't
a lot
want to
of
argue with a lawyer about it.
time. But exactly, that was indeed the intro to Miracle Maker, though. Atrax, how about you?
I wouldn't say get in the mood because I am always in the mood to play video
Yes,
games.
you are.
But there are a few gaming or a few songs that I always listen to at least I would say once when I'm playing games. Usually I'll throw a Dance Gavin Dance playlist on because they're my favorite band ever. Headhunter, definitely by Dance Gavin Dance, definitely a song to get you in the mood and ready to just like go in there and destroy some noobs. Before I play League of Legends, Worlds Collide by the League
What's
of
the
Legends.
name of the song?
Which one?
The one you just said, Dance Gavin Dance.
Headhunter. And then, yeah, I'd say that's pretty much it. Those two will really get you in the mood. Yeah, there you go. That'll get you in the gaming mood, for sure.
For sure.
And then NF and Eminem. I mean, like I said, Dance Gavin Dance, NF, Eminem. Throw those playlists on when playing video games. Just sit back and
Let it rip.
let her rip. Great question. Sylvie,
Or whomever.
I'm
please.
just gonna hop in. I haven't asked one in a while. I don't
Oh,
think. I don't
my
know.
bad.
No, it's
Let it-
okay. Sylvie asks, "What is your favorite beef cut?"
Good question. I
Ribeye.
like I can't remember. I can never remember if I prefer ribeye or sirloin. But it's one of those two.
So
I'm gonna
mine,
go- ribeye is my favorite.
yeah. So
ribeye.
my favorite cut is a bone-in ribeye.
Bone-in ribeye is great. I definitely prefer to talk about steak cuts. My go-to when I buy steak is usually a porterhouse because I do also like a New York strip. But if I'm going to buy steak, it usually means I'm cooking for a girl in some capacity. And a porterhouse is the T-bone steak with a New York strip on one side, and then the other side of the bone is the filet. It's like a filet mignon. So usually what I'll do is I'll cut off that side and give the gal that I'm entertaining the fillets because they're more tender but less like beef flavor. But then the New York strip side I'll eat because it's more beef flavor, which is what I actually care about, and it's slightly less tender. But
Yeah,
so I usually value that like beef flavor that comes from the fat content. That's why my favorite is like a nice ribeye because it's got more fat content going on.
Also, close second is a flank steak grilled carne asada style. With
I
all
do like
those-
that a lot.
All those was it lime and cilantro and all that good stuff.
Oh yeah. Yes, indeed. So go ahead, Atrax.
Oh, I was just gonna say, if you could have a specific superheroes power set from Marvel, and I'm also gonna add same question for DC. So both Marvel and DC,
Yep.
whose power set would it be?
Off the top of my head in Marvel, I'm going to pick Doctor Strange. I think he's my favorite. That'd be cool to be like the Sorcerer Supreme. I get a dope-ass cape and everything.
Yeah. Literally, destroyed your entire universe in one of the multiverses.
Yeah, like I'm so strong that I accidentally did that.
By absorbing yourself, too.
That's pretty cool.
Good times.
That's a lot going on.
Yeah.
For DC, I don't know. It's hard to not pick Superman. Like he can fly. He's got X-ray vision. And I'm trying to think of like my favorite. Oh no, just kidding. 100%, I picked the Flash. Easy peasy. Like super speed makes you able to when you're that fast, you can literally time travel. So I picked the Flash.
That's great,
Atrax.
Marcus. Oh, you're gonna let me go. So I'm gonna go with Tony Stark for Marvel.
Good call.
And some people would say, well, why don't you say Iron Man? Well, because, Tony Stark built the Iron Man armor and blah, blah, blah. Don't need to go into all that. So, yeah, Tony Stark. And DC, man, it's kind of tough for me to say, too. Cyborg would be kind of cool. Be cool to literally be a robot.
That's true.
Or at least mostly robot.
You could be a video game.
Right, exactly. But Flash is a really good option, too. Close second for me.
Marcus, how about you?
Iron Man is option 1. Option 2 is it's kind of selfish. I'd like to be Thor because, man, I would love to be with Jane. Natalie Portman is perfect.
She is smoking.
All right, and
All
then
right.
if I was a DC, I would be Shazam.
Shazam?
I love that dude.
All
Come
right.
on.
He's got all the moves.
I'm surprised you didn't pick Black Adam, because isn't Black Adam Shazam just better?
No, I
Oh,
like Shazam.
all right.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Go
ahead.
No, go ahead.
You go. No,
You've
I'm
been picking your nose. You haven't been reading any of these.
done. Okay, Intel or AMD?
Intel.
Intel.
Or die. And also somebody else
Graphics card, AMD or NVIDIA?
NVIDIA.
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 So I will say, I have heard rumors that now things are slowly changing because AMD is getting better. But my only experience has been with Intel and NVIDIA, and it has worked for me flawlessly so far, so I see no reason to switch over.
I compare
agreed.
it. Okay, listen. This is how I compare AMD to Intel. Okay? Or
Okay.
AMD to NVIDIA. Whether they can say it's better or not, I don't care. Have you ever bought a blank t-shirt from Walmart and a blank t-shirt from Target and wash it 5 times? The Target t-shirt is still in great shape.
Yeah, and the Walmart one's not.
Exactly. I'm not saying that it's not good. I just know that every time I've bought AMD, I've had it for a year, maybe a year and a half, and it is shit. It's shit. And once, and I feel like once you have something that you're comfortable with, I'll give an example. My Logitech mouse. I fucking love Logitech.
Yep.
Love it.
Same.
My Logitech mouse is the best fucking mouse. You can tell me how good Corsair is. You can tell me how good all of the others are. I'm never going to buy a mouse that is not Logitech.
Yep.
Agreed. Yeah, this mouse is dope.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I'm with you. G502 all the way.
That's exactly. Yeah, thanks for the recommendation because I like this a lot.
I love this question. Can I just do this last one from Sovi?
Yeah.
Home Depot, Lowe's, or Harbor Freight for tools? I'm going to let you two go first.
Well, you got to pick the Depot. But I'm also not. I don't work in this space like Marcus does. So
Yeah, I admittedly, if I know that I need a tool, I'll just buy it off Amazon. But then lazy me, if I need it immediately, will drive to whatever's closest, which is usually Home Depot. But I check online if they have it first. So I
Right.
guess it just depends on what I need and if they have it or not. But it's usually Home Depot if I'm actually going to one of the three. Because Harbor Freight for me is super far away.
I've never even seen a Harbor Freight.
Maybe it's a West Coast thing.
No, it's here. Nick
Oh, it's
just doesn't
here?
buy tools.
Oh,
no,
that's
yeah,
fair.
I'm not. I don't live in that space. You know.
Yeah.
So I buy some stuff at Home Depot, but if I'm going to buy tools, it's called Festool, Festool. Google it, and you'll see it's German made. And I get it from a store called Woodcraft, or I order it online. It's all
Fun.
dust free. It's all dust free tools.
They're all attached to vacuums, which is really cool. And fun
Nice.
fact, Marcus noticed in this week's episode of The Mandalorian, when Dr. Pershing is gathering tools from the lab, he has a white box. That's actually a Festool box.
Huh,
That
that's cool.
they painted like white and silver for Star Wars colors. Usually it's
That's
like gray
awesome.
and lime green for Festool. But like
And that box, just that case empty from Festool is like $130 that they had.
it's just a plastic box.
Yeah. It's called the Sustainer.
Yeah.
I
Just like they
wonder-
don't call the vacuums, they're dust extractors.
I wonder if there's some poor like scene constructor that's just missing their Festool toolbox. That's because it just got spray painted white and emptied. And they're like, "Hey, wait a minute, where'd it go?" The company's like, "We need this."
It's perfect for the scene.
Yeah,
That's funny. Probably. So yeah, if you go back and watch episode 3 of Mandalorian again, check out the box that Dr. Pershing uses to like gather the lab equipment. It's a Festool box.
that's cool.
Yeah. That was a cool Easter egg Marcus pointed out while you were watching. Duft asks, what was your childhood obsession? For example, dinosaurs, trains, cars. Is it still a thing for you now, or what is your current obsession?
I can go first.
Yeah.
I can go because this is easy. So my childhood obsession was comic books.
Yep.
And it is still a thing for me. Like, I obviously don't go to the comic book shop as much as I want to, but I fucking love reading comic books. So, yes, that's still a thing. And my current obsession is it's torn between two, which is podcasting or playing video games.
Solid. Atrax?
That's great. Mine's always been gaming, like since I think even before I was born.
Ben Sense.
I'm sure. Oh yeah, Ben Sense forever, all the time. But yeah, gaming, hardcore gaming, all the time, still a thing.
You know, hearing this, Nick, we might actually see Atrax have an anxiety attack at PAX.
Because there's so many games to play.
There's so many games. Like, you're just like, it's
hundreds and hundreds of games.
yeah, like it's overwhelming. You're everywhere you go, it's a new game on a screen. Like, we
Yeah.
might actually see Atrax meltdown.
It's akin to a casino at times. It's like
And
Yes.
you're like, let's go, next one.
Yeah.
We're
Like,
done.
let's go.
We gotta move. Come on.
10 seconds. Let's go.
And then I'm
Yeah,
gonna get
and
to
then-
the hotel room and pass out.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
100%. Especially Thursday night because you're like not really sleeping on the flight in the morning, and then
After
Did
a
you
whole
drink
day of
coffee?
work, yeah.
Okay.
my childhood obsession, I think it's probably video games, but I'll like early childhood, like Pokemon on like the Game Boy and stuff like that. I would play the crap
That's
out of
gaming.
that. Yeah, gaming, and then later in as I 12 and up, essentially, I got into paintball, and then that stuck with me, and I'm still doing that as well. But gaming, yeah, so gaming and paintball, and yes,
Nice.
I'm still doing both.
I will say, when I have somebody else who enjoys playing tennis, I will start getting into that obsession and watching pro tennis matches and
Yeah.
trying to get better. I have a custom tennis racket with custom strings and all that stuff. So that was a childhood
Nice.
obsession too. But now I don't have anybody to play with, and it's too rainy here in Oregon to enjoy playing by yourself. You know, like I don't
Yeah.
even want to be outside. So, yeah, I will say tennis too.
Nice. All right. Last set of questions. Doritos asks, what is your favorite board game? Favorite board game? Oh, crap. I don't know
Atrax?
the name of it.
So I have a favorite board game, and I lump card games into board games as well.
I
So
will
my
too.
favorite official board game is Settlers of Catan.
Good
And
call.
then my official board/card game is called Dominion.
Dominion's cool too.
Yeah. I like a lot, Dominion.
I have two favorite board games. One is called Mice of Mystics,
Yep, Mice and Mystics is awesome. I was
That's a
gonna
good
say
one.
that too.
and then my other one is Operation.
Operation. I forgot about Operation.
Dude, I play that shit with my kids all the time, and I love it. Yeah,
Dude, I kind of want to buy that just to like get inebriated and then try to play.
dude, it's an awesome it's like an awesome date game for when somebody comes over your house.
Yeah,
It's like you're gonna be like, hey. I just picked up a board game. You want to play it? And they're going to be like, sure. And then you pull out Operation, and their childhood is just going to come out in them. Like, it's insta fun.
I'm gonna buy Operation right fucking now.
Yeah, dude. It's such an awesome. And I'm going to tell you right now, it's not easy. Pulling the pencil
No.
out is tough as fuck. And my kids make fun of me so hard, or I'll be going to grab it, and I'll be all gentle, and they'll hit my hand, and they'll be like, you are good, daddy.
$15. This is a great purchase. My favorite board game. I mean, I'm gonna say Operation now, but I was gonna say Coup because it's actually a card game where you like lie to each other about like what card you have and stuff. Coup is fun. I think it's like 3 to 6 players. It's better if you have 6. Coup is very fun.
I will interject too. One game I have very fond memories of, but I wouldn't say is my favorite, is Sorry.
Oh yeah,
Because that game spawned so many funny moments from my friends because, it's like, Sorry, the game that teaches you to be a dick. Because it's all about just gooning your friends. And I've had so many times my friends literally just flip the board because they're so mad. And so many times rolling on the floor with Sorry.
I played a lot of Connect 4 and chess as well. I enjoy board games a lot. You know who's super into board games is Joey Feta, aka Mr. Frozen Cheddar. He loves board games. He has a ton. Him and his wife play all the time. But anywho, Doritos asks our last question of the evening: best restaurant for chicken wings. See,
So I'm a wing guy, so I can answer this.
I was like, I was just gonna say Marcus has a better answer because I'm not a bone-in wing guy. I prefer boneless.
So
like,
my fate. Well, it doesn't matter that. So a wing is great, but it's the sauce that makes it.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I love the buffalo. I love buffalo. Like I like it spicy. I don't want to I want it to burn my mouth, but I don't want it to hurt. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I like the heat, but so Buffalo Wild Wings medium sauce is the best wing sauce on the planet to me. But I haven't been there in a long time. There's a local place near me called EB's. And
EB's.
yeah. And when we got fitted for our tuxes,
Yeah.
we all went there afterwards for my wedding. And I watched my buddy Rick G eat 4 pounds of boneless wings.
Oh,
And their
EB's,
wings-
yes.
Yes.
Dang.
And their wings are
Oh my
each
God, I
wing is
forgot.
like a chicken breast.
Yeah.
They're fucking ginormous, and this dude fucking took it
Oh
down.
my God.
But
I remember that.
yeah, but Buffalo Wild Wings, their wing itself isn't fantastic, but the sauce is what makes it.
Yeah.
And I'm a wing guy.
I think.
And if either of you say Hooters, I'm just exiting out of this call.
No, come on. No, I think I'm a boneless wing guy. So what I used to get a lot was Wings Over because they would deliver at UConn.
Yeah.
Which is always they're solid. They have really good flavors. I like a lot of they had a spicy barbecue I really liked, and a sweet spicy chili sauce that's kind of like a Thai whatever you call that sauce. That's good too. But also Red Rock Cafe in Mansfield, Connecticut, is right near UConn and also right by the paintball field I practice at. So they have their wings are enormous. If you get 5, you're very likely to take home leftovers. That's how big they are. And they have a million sauces. Same deal. Sauces are all very, very good. So those are my 2 faves. Atrax?
That's what's up. Yeah, I kind of agree with Marcus. Around here, Buffalo Wild Wings seems to have the most consistently good wings, and they deliver. But there is a food truck.
Ooh.
That is kind of downtown, not downtown Portland, but downtown, I don't even know, maybe Gresham? Anyway, a suburb around here. They have like a little collection of food carts. And there's one particular cart that sells wings and fries and all sorts of other stuff. And their wings are really, really good. And they have a good, I think they call it a spicy honey barbecue, but it's kind of that, it's honey barbecue, so it's sweet, but it has the heat behind it. Yeah. Like, I imagine, Marcus, you would really like it, even though you're traditional Buffalo. You would like that it's flavorful with the heat coming behind it. You know, like perfect.
I had a wing that is like a boneless wing that was just teriyaki, and it was fucking fantastic.
Ooh, yeah.
And like
teriyaki wings are good too.
That's great. Or like golden barbecue.
Barbecue. I would always get golden barbecue from Wings Over.
99. But like
99 also. Great.
Yeah. So like, wings are my favorite thing.
I love wings.
The last thing I want to say is you were right, Atrax. I just got notification. The Diablo 4 beta preload is live right now, and it goes live this weekend. And the open beta is 84 gigs ahead of a 3-day beta this weekend.
So pre-order the game
and it includes
and play
the
your
first
beta.
world boss. Huh?
I said pre-order the game and get your beta key.
Which it sucks ass because like the cheat code used to be, so if you have a PlayStation 5 or Xbox and Diablo 4 is coming to it, go to Amazon, pre-order it. You'll get the beta key and then cancel the pre-order. But you can't do that with a PC because you have to buy it through Battle.net.
Right.
So you have to pre-purchase it no matter what. And it sucks because like you're like, what if I want to try it before I buy it?
You just
But they charge you for the game.
That's how they get you.
Yeah. Like, oh, it's an open beta. Well, not really, because you have to buy the game in order to do it.
That's true.
Listen, Nerds community, if you have any questions you want us to answer, ask in the Discord. We have a tab called Working Class Questions. Anything goes in there. Ask away. We'll usually post a day or two before on the guest and just remind everybody about it. Thank you, everybody who submits questions every single week. And look for a prize question next month.
What are you guys talking about in here?
Find out next episode of Working Class Nerds.